Yeah. Mahalo means thank you, and mahalo nui loa means thank you very much.
Thank you, sweetheart. We say kuipo in Hawaii name. Aloha! It's Aloha Friday still, and so I'm just so grateful that everybody came. I cannot tell you how excited. What did he do? So can the house lights come up just a little bit? Maybe a little bit? So I wanted to, so Monty said, I have 3 costume changes. I said, what? And so this is what we're going to talk about. He's right. In 1999, I got a strong stirring in my spirit to go back to Hawaii. I want to grab something off stage really quickly while I'm talking because I want to show you where it all started. So I'm right here. So I had these parents, Betty and Shorty Jordan. Anybody know them? So when I was a little girl, my mama would say, Lori, go put on my beautiful music so we can clean the house. I'm going to let you vacuum. She was going to let me vacuum. So this was her beautiful Hawaii melodies from paradise that we would listen to on Saturday mornings while I was scrubbing baseboards and cleaning out refrigerators. And this is where my love for Hawaii and Hawaiian music came. So I'm very grateful to Betty and Shorty Jordan. And then there was this one, and how many of you knew my brother Daryl Jordan? Anybody? Okay, so he must have thought that her eyes weren't pretty enough, and he drew eyes on her. So this is Aloha from Hawaii, these stereophonic sounds. And over and over and over, this music would play, and we would clean house. And then my parents went to Hawaii on their 25th wedding anniversary, and then they came back and they got a divorce. I was like, what happened? I thought that was the place of love. Well, later they remarried, and that's another whole story. But after that, my brother, who was a hairstylist, Daryl, found a job at the Kahala Hilton on Oahu, and everything seemed so magical. He was the stylist to the stars, and he would send us notes every now and then. I know Edith would remember too. He'd be like, Don Rickles came into the salon today. We were like, well, what did you do with his hair? You know, Don Rickles. And then there's Carol Burnett who came in. And then there was like Rod Stewart and Toady Fields and Barbara Streisand. And he would start sending all of these autographs. So I'd be like, this is a really cool thing. So when I was a senior in high school, I graduated from Cleveland High School in 1981. And my parents gave me an option. They said, you can go with your class to the Bahamas, or if you want to, you can go visit your brother in Waikiki for 2 weeks. I said, I'm going to go see Daryl. So they sent me. Well, 2 weeks turned into 2 months. And I came back, and I'll never forget the look on my father's face. It was down at the old Chattanooga airport when you would have to walk off the planes. And my hair was this color when I got off the plane. And my daddy said, what have you done to your hair? And I said, I went to Hawaii, came back, went to Lee College, and but yet my soul kept stirring for Hawaii. Who's come in? So here's what happens. We get to Hawaii, and in 1999, and my husband has the opportunity to entertain, and so he was working at the hospital, and not as a patient, although he should have been. No, so he was working at the hospital, and they were having a big fundraiser, a night of Hollywood, and so he he said, well, I think I can do Liberace. And so here, this is his Liberace. He came out too soon. He came out way too soon because I wasn't finished with my story. So in 1999, he's right. I kept being called back to Hawaii. In the meantime, or prior to that, in 1984, when my daddy died, suddenly I had a real hard time with that. So I ran away to Waikiki to live with my brother. And we were there for 2 years. And that's when the spirit of the land, the spirit of the people said, you're supposed to be here, Lori. And I didn't know how I was going to ever get back, but I knew I would. We came back in 1989, where my brother, I took care of him. We took care of him until he died in 1989. And I helped start working at a place called Chattanooga Cares, helped start Chattanooga Cares AIDS Resource Center, and did that for about 9 years. Met him in a seedy bar in Chattanooga, singing karaoke. Then we went to church, and God has forgiven us, and now we've made up for it. And so in 1999, he's right. He followed me across the country. I gave this directionally challenged man the job of getting our car from Chattanooga to Los Angeles to get on the boat, the ship to get over to Honolulu, and he made it. But let me tell you how good God is.
They let me go in Oklahoma.
In 1999, everything started feeling very complicated in life. And I felt God stirring in us saying, simplify, simplify. And so I went and looked online for this job, went to the classifieds in the Honolulu newspaper, and there was this job, executive director for the AIDS community care team in Honolulu. I applied for the job, got it two weeks later. We put our house on the market. It sold in 2 weeks. The people who bought the house wanted to buy everything in it, and we left with 3 suitcases in 1999, and the rest is history. And so this is who I married. Sometimes I don't know who I married. Sometimes he's Monty, sometimes he's Ivo Monroe Miller, but right now he is Liberace!
I don't need that. Yeah. This is Espana, Cani, or Paso-Doble. So feel free to dance. This ring was given to me by Charlene Bohannon. I thank you so much. And, if anything happens to Lori, just ad-libbing. I love you, honey.